Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. You already know who it is. It's Swift, and to my left is.
You guys know me. My name is William Chang, and I'm the owner of Concept 3 Performance in Santa Fe Springs.
We're coming to do. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do like a Q&A session. We had about 100 plus,
160 plus,
160 plus questions that came in, but we chose the best.
The top 20.
Top 20.
And don't blame us. Victor picked the top 20s, not me.
Yeah,
not him.
blame it on Vic.
Yeah, it's not our fault. We never saw.
We'll answer some of these questions, try to get through them as quickly as we can. And, as always, keep your questions coming.
But if you want to continue us, if you want us to continue this live session or whatever this is what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, like it, follow us, and then we'll continue. If not, dude. All right, first question. Christian AG615, what's your opinion on CVT transmission? Do you prefer to work on them or other trans? Pause. Other trans.
Big time pause.
Nissan has the worst CVT trans ever built alive. If it's CVT,
it's complicated.
that's garbage. And if you have an exhaust system on a CVT, it's the most sounding car on the planet. It stays at 1 RPM, just.
Yeah, they're a pain to work on. All these new transmissions are just super technical. Next question comes from David.Chacon366. He asks, how do you diagnose a knocking noise from engines? How you diagnose it? You can hear it.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, that's pretty.
See, a lot of people' problem is they don't understand what knocking noise is.
Knocking and pinging are two different sounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definition of knocking. Gotta be your head day. A Aguilar 7. Hi, I have a 3-inch downpipe cat with burble tune. Will that damage my cat? Actually, not really. But the burble tune, come on, guys, dude. It sounds like diarrhea flushing down your toilet after eating Taco Bell. You know what I mean? It's. You know what I mean? It's a little kid with the little squirrel bike with fucking marbles going in.
Yeah.
But no, it technically does not damage the cat. Only reason being is burble tunes. It advances the timing and then it retards the timing real quickly, and then that's what creates in between revs.
That's what makes the burble sound. Yeah. Roger Loves Music 93 asks, how can you tell what kind of tires your car has? Winter, touring, highway, etc.
Doesn't it say on the tire? Say it's all season or summer tire or?
Yeah, that should say that when you purchase a tire. You should.
Or but see, how can you tell what kind of tire your car has?
The tread pattern. That's one of the most obvious if you know what to look for.
If you know what you mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But it's winter tire to snow tires, or ice tires. They look very similar, but.
Yeah, I say without having to look at a label or something, it would probably be just the tread pattern. That'd be that'd be the most obvious.
Between the winter and winter tires, you're gonna see more grooves in the tires for the waters and stuff like that. The touring highway is gonna be more of a simpler tread pattern.
Smoother pattern, yes. It's less zigzags.
Less zigzags, and then a thicker tread pattern or grooves in between is gonna be more of a high performance summer tire.
Keith Perazzo asks, how often should I have a full car check? I change oil and wheel rotation every 4K.
Here's the thing. The do you drive, fool? Do you drive a diesel? Do you drive a Prius? Do you drive a Mama's van? I don't know what you drive. Some people gotta ask, I don't know what kind of shoe you wear. How am I going to figure out what kind of car you drive? And also, I don't even know kind of what tires you have on the car or what oil you're putting in it. Or do you drive like a douchebag?
Let me ask you this. Do you think that there's a typical, like a rule of thumb for just maintenance for a car overall?
I say very simply, every 3,000 to 5,000. 3,000 miles if you drive like an asshole, $4,000 miles if you're spirited, 5,000 miles if you drive like a grandma. That's my opinion. And all those haters out there are going to say something about it, fuck you. Because I changed my oil, okay, 10K, but I don't give a fuck what you do. Well, surprising, your motor works. I blew motors for 1,500 miles, so.
Yeah, it all depends on how you drive. That's really the key.
The tire rotation, Yeah, 4K is cool and all, but I would do every other oil change. You know what I mean? It's
And you should tell them too the proper way to rotate the tires.
so what I like to do if
That's
it's not
key.
staggered is moving front to back, back to front. The second time around, I'll go front to back, back cross to the front, and then third time around, back to front, back to blah, 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 blah. Same like that. I like to move it around just spiritually, just to keep the tires rotating in 4 different corners. But make sure your car is not staggered, and 2, please make sure your tires are not in rotational tire.
Right. That's important. Danny underscore Bebo underscore Antonio asked, Honda Pilot 2010 3.5 liter. Check engine light turns on every time I fill up the tank. What are our thoughts?
2010. They don't have the gasket cap, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the Honda Pilot.
But that is still a Jace.
It's a J series though. Yeah, the 3.5. Yeah.
And check engine light turns on every time I fill up the tank. It's almost like a purge valve solenoid issue.
Yeah, or he's not tightening up the
gas cap.
gas cap good enough.
Honda Pilot, if you have the original gas cap in your car, change out the gas cap. But do not go to O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Bendoho Boys. Just buy a Honda one.
Yeah, because they don't seal properly.
It has to be a factory. Doesn't matter what car you have, guys. Please use a factory gas cap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a lock in and put a stand on it. Bro.
you're gonna have problems. Yeah.
Yeah. Next.
L or Beal Fuley. I don't know how you pronounce that. What's a good gift for everyone at the shop? That's a good question. I prefer
Money.
Yeah, money's always good. Maybe a case of beer.
You don't drink no more.
It's for everybody. Sometimes you got to take a L.
So I'll drink it all.
Food. Sometimes customers bring us food.
Customers that bring us food, surprisingly, thank you guys. Thank you so much for when you guys do that. It's a blessing. But there's a problem when we already ordered food and we got double the food now. God damn it! Like a couple days ago, we had a customer, great guy, cool dude, first time here. Bought us drove a Honda Civic. Bought us 3 pans of Domino's pizza. But we also ordered, I think it was Panda Express.
Oh shit!
So we just got stacks and stacks and stacks of food, and we're like,
It turns into a potluck in here real quick sometimes. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. The Malik Realtor. Dumb it down. How to engine check engine before buying pre-loved car.
if you're a realtor and can't fucking use grammar, and you wanted me to dumb it down because that is just
How to check engine before buying a pre-loved car. Well, I mean,
very simple. If it's a pre-loved car, open the hood and see if there's an engine in it. You checked it, right?
yeah,
I dumbed it down to him.
yeah, pretty much.
Does it have gas in it? Does it start? Does it have oil in it?
Is it knocking or pinging?
Does it sound weird?
Yeah. How does it drive? Always drive the car.
Does it smoke after it warms up? But it's coming down to dumb it down. It's very simple. If you guys don't know where to take the vehicles to get inspected, there's many different mechanic shops that could take these cars and inspect them for you and give you an honest opinion on an affordable price. Like I charge $50 for a vehicle inspection, and you're always gonna go out there and spend $5,000 over what they're asking for. You can find a better one out there somewhere.
It's on you.
It's on you, man.
What is it called? Buyer beware. So yeah, always get the car. If you're skeptical about it, then get it checked out. That's usually the rule of thumb for me.
Or especially guys like this and females, if you have no idea what a car is, take a car guy. But make sure that car guy knows something.
Jaysoon _ asks, car dies out sometimes with cold start, but then starts up after. What could be the issue?
Here's again, these people.
That's pretty simplistic.
No. What car? It's like you're calling a person saying, it's raining and my roof is leaking.
What kind of roof do you have? Shingles? Clay? Yeah, you guys got to be more specific with these questions because certain problems come with certain cars. That's just the bottom line. With this one, though, if I just kind of overall just classified it, I would just pretty much say, like, I mean, if a car's been sitting out and it's cold, obviously fuel is cold.
No, doesn't matter.
You don't think so?
Fuel, hot or cold, is still flammable. If you have your lighter and you're in Big Bear with no wind, does it light?
Yeah, lighter would, yeah.
if you go to Nevada in the summertime and you put out your lighter, does it light?
Yeah, but what if you go to like Moscow or something?
As long as there's no wind, it'll light.
If you're in Siberia and you try to start your car,
Here's the thing. That sounds more like a fueling issue, more like injectors, fuel pump, but I want to see more of a carbon buildup somewhere. As example, like throttle body. It has been a hard time when it's
It'll
trying
get
to flap,
stuck,
it's
yeah.
getting stuck when it's cold, and then it frees up as it's getting that, or some kind of carbon buildup in between the valves or something. Or when was the last time you changed your spark plugs?
well, you know, a lot of manufacturers do. I know the Genesis coupes have it. They have that coolant line that goes to the throttle body that keeps it, you know.
Yes, but again, once it's cold, the car's sitting outside. If it's 40 degrees outside, that coolant's 40 degrees.
Yeah,
As the engine's warming up, the throttle body will warm up.
it'll warm up, right?
Exactly. It's an off the. This is him saying off
Right,
the
yeah,
bat.
off the bat, right. Rue Matthew 37 asks, "What is suspension pressure?" Never even heard of that. Suspension pressure. Who picked these questions again?
Right there. That fool.
What is suspension pressure?
I know it's spring rate.
Yeah, I don't know what's suspension pressure. Unless he could be talking about the pressure inside
the strut.
The strut, right? That's the only suspension pressure I know about.
But see, that's the difference between suspension pressure, shock pressure, swing rate pressure. What pressure?
Or just forces on the suspension altogether. Yeah, that's kind of like a
But again, does the car have front sway, rear sway? Does it have sway bars? Does it not have it? Is it an independent rear? Is it a solid rear end? Is it torsion rear end? Torsion front end? It's
Matthew, you're gonna have to send us this question again on the next Q&A with a little bit more detail, because that I don't even know what
and
that
then
is.
also the dumb it down guy with the check engine.
Yeah. Compa_Chris910 asks, for a first-time driver, should they drive automatic or manual? Oh man,
Come on, compa.
Yeah, you don't have to ask me this
Compa,
question.
you can only afford a manual. You can't afford an automatic.
Always manual, man.
Yeah, actually, no. Here's the thing.
You should learn on the automatic, but you should definitely learn how to drive manual.
I want to say learn off an automatic.
Yeah.
Because then you're too busy trying to
Do
do
too
your
many
turn
things.
signals, do all this stuff,
Yeah.
looking for hit and run or car accidents, and then shifting and pedal.
Yeah.
No.
It's a lot for a beginner. Yeah.
Exactly. Figure out the fundamentals, how to drive a car first.
Yeah.
And then advance later.
To a manual transmission car. Yeah. TK Crownhurst asks, weirdest issue you found? Hey, I just showed up to the shop one day with
Yeah, that was the weirdest issue.
with a bag asking for work.
Weirdest issue you found.
Weirdest issues.
It's, you know what the weirdest issues are? The do-it-yourself guys that work on the cars, fuck everything up, and then I gotta sit there and figure out and undo everything you guys did because you got YouTube mechanics. Oh, this is on YouTube. Trying to figure out what someone did. Undoing someone's fuck up is so much 10 times harder
Yeah.
to figure out. That's the weirdest, is because I don't know how weird this person is that worked on the car before. So
That one car that you got where it came in and he had all those, he wanted to get the lights wired up, and dude had tweaked the lights all crazy. I forgot what car it was. Was it I think it was a Benz or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably one of the biggest issues that we have here is people bringing in, they've been to like 2-3 shops and then they can't figure it out, and then they come here to us, and now we have to basically dissect the whole car and start from the beginning. So yeah.
funniest issue, it was a weird one. I had a customer come in with a Toyota Corolla. He cleaned the throttle body. Now it has a misfire code, and the car's running funny and doing all this weird shit. Brought it in, pulled out the throttle body. He did not do a good job of cleaning it anyway. Started looking at the harness around and noticed there's a ground wire off the valve cover. The 10 mil bolt was sort of loose too. Fuel injector 1 and 2. Gave it a tighten.
And boom.
Boom,
fired
that was
right
done.
up.
It was so simple. I spent 45 seconds just looking around.
Major_Don asks, my Acura has a lazy gear change. On low RPMs, it jerks violently while changing gears.
Here's the thing. Again, it's an automatic. It's an Acura. Is it a 4-cylinder? 6-cylinder. But Honda Trans and Acura Trans, if it's the 90s, garbage. Only reason being is because they never taught you guys to change the transmission fluid in that. So If you have a lazy gear transfer, stuff like that, the valve bodies and everything is going to run a little bit slower. You guys did not change that fluid in time. You guys hurt the trans so much. Or you don't use the parking brake and you
Rely on the transmission all day, yeah.
yeah. It's either that, just it might be a TL or something like that, putting a Tiptronic or an RSX and be like, dude, that's not a manual. Just leave it and drive and just drive your fucking piece of shit.
David Santos asks, what brand of oils do we use? Motul. Liquid Moly. Yeah.
So my biggest thing is I have a thing about fluids on trans. I try to keep it factory or factory standard levels where like the GL4, GL5 and stuff like that. But my biggest brand I love is Motul. I run 300V cans in my cars. They are the most expensive oil you can buy on the market. They're the purest, but hey, that's my choice. It's also trying to ask you guys then, what is your favorite place to drink coffee? This poor man drinks at 7-Eleven.
Why you gotta talk about me, man?
Because you told me where that came from. Victor loves Starbucks. My wife likes Starbucks. But again, you spend your coffee and get what, $3, $2?
Give or take.
Shit, go to Starbucks, $8.
I think once you throw creamer in there, coffee's coffee.
I don't think.
And unless you drink coffee black, then you're really not tasting the coffee per se.
True. Could a creamer I just throw some sugar at it.
Yeah. So yeah, you could taste the coffee more with sugar than you could with creamer.
But see, I'm more of a breakfast blend, and my wife is it's a dark one.
Dark roast?
It's a dark roast, but I forgot what pot she uses. Anyways.
Okay, DQ_DQ1 asks 2.7 liter V6 Hyundai Coupe actually good sports car or just as a tour?
Hey. What coupe came in at 2.7, Mr. Hyundai bud?
The Tiburons.
Son of a...
The Tiburon. El Tiburon.
That's why that the coupe is saying the Tiburon, because he got the super car.
Yeah, it's actually coupe. I'm a fan of the Tiburons, man. I think they should bring them back. I kind of low-key feel like they did with the Genesis Coupes. They just gave it a different name. But I'm a big fan. Definitely, I wouldn't consider it a sports car because it's underpowered.
So it's only underpowered because during that time, Hyundai had its issue with fuel taxing. A lot of Asia and stuff like that brought these liters lower to save taxes.
To avoid paying the taxes. Okay.
Yeah. Because in the 2.7, yeah, I have one. I still have one. But the 2.7 became 3.2. What was in the Santa Fe? The same motor. 2.7, I think went to 3.2, and I think went 3.5.
Then 3.5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same block, same style, just bigger board out. When they figured out that taxes were not going to be as dramatic.
Right.
So imagine me putting a 3.5 V6 Santa Fe.
In a Tiburon?
But then I thought about just taking that out, going back to old technology, putting the 4-cylinder in it, throw a big turbo on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Michael_Z_XU asks least favorite car brand to work on.
It doesn't care about which brand of the car is. Whatever car that comes in and smelling like weed. You know what I mean? It's the worst.
Hey, listen. If you're driving the marijuana V6, you don't want it.
Or the back seat smells like a wet dog. That's
Yeah, the cannabis coupe or the puppy V8s, keep them at the house, yo.
Have you ever sat in a car to pull it in and you put your back in someone's back seat and your shirt becomes wet? It's the most...
Yeah, Will's got a pet peeve about that stuff, man. If your car... I mean, you know what, though? I think your car is a reflection of the person that drives it. So I always say, if you look at somebody's car and it's just filthy, then chances are if you go inside their house, they're living foul too.
You know what?
Man.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because that's just gross.
No. So that's what I thought. And I going to the past and hope she doesn't kill me. But I've seen some exes. Their makeup storage, all their makeup table, everything pristine, precise, everything's perfect.
But the car?
Shh,
all bad.
Least favorite car brand to work on? Tesla.
Those are a pain.
No, they're not. I just hate them.
If you have to replace parts, though, it gets pricey.
No, it's not. It's all plastic.
No, well, I'm thinking batteries and shit like that.
Oh, that's just any hybrid though.
Yeah. All right. Next question comes from OEM Jesus or Jesus. Am I cooked if I've barely done an oil change a week ago and my engine oil is already black?
Here's the thing. What oil is he using? What car does he have? How many miles are on that? And boy, Jesus, you know you're not by OEM.
Get in the zone.
Vato zone.
Yeah. If your engine's cooking that quick, then you definitely have some internal issues.
The Vato Career Motors, the VQs.
Anything high mileage.
I don't know. It's all up to you guys. For example, like Swift has a problem changing his oil by every 2,000 miles. He changes it more than Tony's.
Facts.
But I also do mine a little shy of 3,000.
But you put a lot more. I mean, I put a lot more mileage on my cars than you do, though. That's why I change oil so often.
We just said about miles, fool. You do yours at 2,000. I do at my 3,000. Talking about miles.
I don't know. I just got to think about changing oil. I just feel like the better the cleaner the oil is, the more longevity you're going to get out of the engine. But that's without being too technical about it. Next question. All right. Lupas asks, what is your view about fuel cleaner additives? Are they good or bad?
No. Fuel cleaner additives. Very simple. 76 gas station. Shell gas station. Chevron. All same plant where the fuel comes from. I've actually personally seen where I used to live in Diamond Bar. One corner of the Diamond Bar intersection was a 76 gas station. Across the street was a Chevron. He finished pumping oil, whatever.
Pumping gas.
Yeah, but, no, not pumping gas.
I mean, putting the gas in the
In the tankers,
yeah.
or no, not tankers, in the
the fuels.
ground things,
Yeah,
whatever.
the fuel tanks.
Drive over across the street, up on the tanker, sitting on top of the tanker with a box of Tectron, and pouring it in.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, but all gasoline is gasoline. The only difference between the gas stations or whatever are the fuel additives, or what they add to the fuel. But it all comes out the same.
So it's now for me seeing what they use for. For example, if you're gonna use a fuel for your Toyota Corolla, your Prius, your low horsepower, just daily driver that you just don't drive around aggressively. Chevron, great fuel because they have cleaners in it to clean it as you're driving. But for cars like mine or Swiss, where we need the highest octane also possible, is one of the worst gas. Because people don't understand, when you put fuel additives into the fuel, you're adding liquid to an octane-based fuel. You're washing the octane away.
You're lowering the octane, yeah.
And R91 is not 91 anyway. If you guys don't understand, R91 is almost like an 89, 90. With about 10% of ethanol put into it to cheat it to make it a 91. You guys, up on the pump, when you get the pump, look at a black sticker. It says, can have contain up to 10% of ethanol. So you're not really getting 91. Everybody else gets 93 95 instead of that, but California.
Yeah. All right, so Swervy_Steven asks, how reliable are 2013 3.8 Genesis coupes? Plan on getting one soon. My guy, Swervy Steven, go ahead and get you one, but
They blow up.
Do your due diligence.
They fucking knock.
Not every Gen
They
coupe
burn oil.
is built the same.
They go knock.
You gotta make sure that you do your due diligence. Have somebody check the car, bring it over here. Have
Here's
us
the thing,
go
doesn't
through it.
matter. It's a 2013. They're clapped out. Whoever had it before
Don't do
drove
that.
the
Yeah, it probably smashed it. Yeah.
smashed it, drove it like a wannabe race car.
Those are the things you got to worry about when you buy a Genesis coupe is accidents, because they're really fun cars. They're not really like high powered, so people just have fun with them. And a lot of them have been in car accidents, so just make sure that
Not even car accidents.
the
Motors
car,
been
just,
knocking.
just make sure that the car is okay. It's not a bad car though. I own one, so I'm not gonna talk bad about the Genesis coupes. I love them. You just got to take care of them.
They suck. They suck. Why do you think they got discontinued?
Will's a hater. Mega.Soki asks, which do you think is faster for racing, an auto transmission or a manual transmission? Let me get this one. Please let me get this one.
Auto.
Listen, a human being will never be able to shift as fast as an automatic transmission.
Actually incorrect.
Who?
Dog box.
I don't even know who that is.
No, dog box transmissions.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Never even heard of it. Dog
You're
box?
A dog box gear transmission. That's what the fucking drifters use. It's a sequential without a clutch.
I've been away from drifting too long.
Oh, what the fuck on? Dog boxes were out in the early 2000s, 90s.
Man, I just got back from Africa like a couple
You
days
never
ago.
went to Africa. Look at you pale ass motherfucker.
Next question. Oh no, we didn't even answer this one. Hold on. I'm still gonna always say when it comes to just racing, autos are always gonna be faster. You just can't shift faster than an automatic transmission, and I think GTRs are like a good example of that.
Before the GTRs with the Supras, the Supra automatics were actually doing faster times than the manuals.
Yeah.
Just saying. But also, manuals can be quicker. Only thing is everybody goes overboard with the manual clutch, with the power it is. So when you shift in between, it's so aggressive that the auto will understand where it needs to be enough to switch the gears to get the speed up there. Where manual, you just bang the gear and chip it in, like, you wasted time. Autos don't do that. It understands or it's not understands, it's programmed to be, okay, let's shift, be soft on it. And also with automatics too, when they shift, it actually retards the timing when it's shifting. So when it hits again,
It keeps you in power.
it keeps you in power. Instead of manuals, you just fucking ping it on and that's all it knows.
Yeah.
That was 20 questions?
I don't think it was, but it's all good.
20 questions.
Yeah.
We're done. They're cutting us off.
All right. Well,
This was sort of fun.
yeah.
Swift could have been better.
Can always be better, but it's only the first episode, so we'll get there.
What do we know? But if you want us to continue this question and answers, so you guys gotta make sure you put that in the comments, hit the subscribe button, do all the stuff you gotta do to support us, cause unless you support us, we don't know.
Yeah.
And shit.
Be more detailed in the questions. The more detail is in the questions, the better answers we can provide.
You guys have a great whatever day it is. You guys come back to the channel.
Keep manuals alive.
Motherfucker doesn't even know what a dog box is.
Hey, man.
But they I'm out of here.
Just got here.